Saying things embarrassing.
Go back and replay it.
All right, let's call the meeting to order. Would you please call the roll?
Chairman Tamaez.
I'm here.
Board Member Beaver is absent. Board Member Hilliard.
Here.
Board Member Rowe.
Here.
And Board Member Smith.
Here.
All right, we have a quorum. Let's go through the minutes real quickly. Anybody got any comments about the minutes?
I make a motion, we approve the minutes.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, minutes are approved. Here's where we are. It takes 4 votes to win and get your variance. Normally, we run with 5 people in the panel, so you can lose one. Today, you can't lose one. You need unanimity. When we're in a situation like this where we have a quorum, but we only have 4, since we need unanimity, we give the person who's the applicant the option to say, I'll wait till next month and see if we get 5, or to just go forward. It's your option, and we don't advise and can't advise, and we just give you the chance to do whichever you choose.
Well, I've been pretty much tied up for the last 3 months trying to do this, so I don't know how much longer I can continue to put it off, since I've already spent money out to get my materials and everything to do it.
And so your decision is?
I guess we'll go ahead and.
Okay. So here's what we do from here. You'll stand up, and our staff member will stand up, and anybody else who's in the room, which there aren't any, would please raise your right hand. We're going to swear in everybody at one time, so we don't have to do this more than once. All right.
Okay. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So if we could hear the staff report, please, on file PZ 2021-181, dealing with property at 4875 Buffalo. You can sit down. Thank you.
Okay. File number PZ 2021-181 is a request for a variance to the required minimum front yard setback for a carport. Mr. Frederick Marion detailed that the carport will be open air, 20 feet in width and 25 feet in length. Therefore, he is seeking permission to have his carport be situated 6 feet from the front property line. This would encroach 19 feet into the required 25 feet front yard setback. The applicant has an existing carport attached to his home, which is why he must get the variance or apply for the variance. So this is the site. Abilene runs this way, East Lucas, and it is 2 lots in off of Buffalo Street. This is the site plan. So this is the variance right here. It comes down from the house. It's going to be detached, 25 feet, and then 6 feet from the property line back to the post. This is the subject property. Right here is the attached existing carport. This is a view turning off of East Lucas and turning onto Buffalo Street, just so you can get a view of, where the open air carport could be. It'll probably be somewhere right about in here. All right.
Any questions of the witness?
What type of reports did you get on the letters you sent out?
What's that? I'm sorry.
On the letter that you sent out,
The responses on people.
Oh, 0 in favor, 0 in opposition.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions of the witness? All right. Thank you very much. Mr. Marion,
Yes, sir.
would you like to step up and talk to us about this? And if you would, please start by giving us your full name and telling us your relationship to the property, and then tell us whatever you'd like to.
My name is Frederick Marion. I'm the owner of the property. I've been situated at the property for 23 years now. I am the owner, and I had surgery did about 2.5 years ago, and my vehicles has been like this. When I bought the property, the existing port that's on it right now is more or less like a porch that the tenant, before I bought the property, put on there. So it was already adjacent to that. And what I'm trying to do is put a carport, so whenever I go outside, you know, especially like today, with the medication that I take, you know, I don't become exhausted in anything coming in and out of the vehicles with it sitting in the direct sunlight like that.
I noticed that you have two of the properties. that are
Yes, I
within-
own the house next door to it too.
Okay. And another property in addition to that, or just these two?
No, just that one.
Okay.
So, Mr. Marion, is what we're seeing in this picture, is that pretty much typical vehicles? I mean, those are there,
Yeah, those are all,
All there.
me and my wife's.
yeah, they're there all the time.
They're there all
parked
the
there.
time.
Okay. Any other questions of the witness?
I'd like to make a comment.
Go ahead.
Last week, I took a ride in the south. I'm from the north end. I grew up
Mhm.
in the north end. And I was just passed by. I said, you know what? It's nice for a person to keep up the place. And then you do something real nice. It might help somebody else to keep up the place nice. So I admire what you're doing. I was just looking at that. I stopped by. You know, his wife and I just took a ride. Anytime before I vote on something, I like to make sure it's there, you know.
Well, I actually acquired the property that's right next door to me from my former neighbor. He moved and, up in Denton, Texas, next to his, daughter and his grandson, and he made me an offer and I bought it. And I rented out, that's my tenant that lives there, right next there. So I maintain and take care of both properties.
Good.
Okay.
And now you keeping place up, looking nice, you know,
Thank you, sir.
trying to make it better.
I second that. When I went by, you could tell, yeah, you really do keep it
Thank you,
up.
sir.
Any other questions for the witness? All right. Do we need to have, you can sit down, sir. Thank
Oh.
you. We need any discussion before we have a motion? Are we ready for a motion? Okay. Can I make the motion?
Sure.
I move to grant a variance to the required minimum front yard setback to allow an open-air carport to encroach up to 6 feet from the property line.
That's good.
I second that.
All right. So we have a motion and a second. Would you call the roll for a vote, please, ma'am?
Chairman Tamayo,
I'm for it.
Board Member Hilliard,
4.
Board Member Rowe,
Or,
and Board Member Smith.
Mr. Marion, you're granted. I think there's supposed to be a 10-day waiting period. I don't think that's going to be a problem because I don't think there's anything going with that. And I want to thank you for asking permission instead of forgiveness.
Yes. We get a few of those.
I really appreciate that you went through the process and did it the right way. Thank you, sir.
I know, that's so.
Well, I mean, let's come in together.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am, we're adjourned. There ain't no more business. We're adjourned. We're walking out. We're going.
Yeah, we're leaving.
Okay.
yeah, we just all.
Okay.
Trying to, you been doing okay?
Okay. A little bit of change, not much. Okay, and it's approved.